Good morning, everyone. It's the Cursing Seamstress. Today is Friday the 22nd, I think. I am on my way to watch my grandboys, and we're probably going to take a trip to a thrift store and to Chick-fil-A for lunch. So it's very rainy and dreary today, but I think it's going to start to clear up a little bit and get actually to be a nice day by Sunday. All right, I wanted to show you a couple of things, and I'll start with, I guess it's a pattern review, and it's for this pattern. I think this pattern has been around for a while. It's M7379. It's a McCall's. It's for a t-shirt, sleeveless, short-sleeved, and a long-sleeved, shorts and pants. So I made the pants. It calls for a drawstring in the center and elastic, 2 rows of elastic. I did not do the drawstring. I did do the 2 rows of elastic and just left the drawstring out. I made these for pajama bottoms, and I showed you this fabric before. The fabric is from Joann Fabrics. It has fish all over them. This is, just to spoil this, is a wonderful pattern. I had no trouble with it whatsoever. It's sewed together nicely. The instructions were very clear. The pattern, this pattern went up to a size 14. My grandboy is 12, but he has been buying extra large youth, I think, which is a 16. He's not chubby, but he's not skinny either. So I ended up cutting just a little bit wider than the 14, not a whole lot, and I didn't cut it wider as I went down toward the bottoms of the legs because they looked plenty wide. And when I say a little bit, I mean maybe not even a quarter of an inch. What I like about this pattern, and I've not sewn a boy's pant before that had this feature, and that is that the waistband is a separate pattern piece. So instead of just having, you know, the top of the waist and turning it over for the casing, this is a separate piece, and I really, really like that, and so does he. So the fly is not functional. I initially thought that it was. It's sewn like a functional fly, except it doesn't open up. But that's okay. If I were smarter, I could figure it out and make it functional, but I'm not. It has nice pockets here on both sides. I think there was an option to put some pockets on the side here, and I chose not to do that. His waist, I think I cut elastic, 2 pieces of elastic, 27 inches, and then lapped them over maybe by a ½ inch, and that did well for him. These were a little bit long. When I cut them and 1 inch longer than they were supposed to be. When I went over to fit him for the elastic and the length, I found that they were about 4 inches too long. So, and he's not short, but I think he's about average height. But anyway, so I ended up cutting off 2 inches and then turning it up 2 inches and sewing the hem with a slightly bigger stitch, not the biggest stitch, but one that as he grows taller, these can be let out. And this is what the seam looks like. I did finish everything with a nice serger finish, and I'll try to get pictures of these with him wearing them. So, but they're just really nice, and this is a flannel fabric. So he was real happy when he tried them on. And the one thing I just realized that I need to do is to, when you put the elastic in, there's 2 casings, and then you thread them through here at the back seam, and then you're supposed to hand sew this together. I have not done that, so I'll do that. I also, when I ordered this fabric from Joann Fabrics, I also ordered another fabric, and I got it the other day. They sent it to me in 2 pieces, and I haven't checked to see if that's going to work. My thinking was to make another pair of pants for him out of this fabric. But this piece here, I think it's a yard. It's extra wide. I kind of halfway put it up to me to see if the length would be okay for at least one of the legs. And it looked that it would be, especially because of that waistband adding length. This is a cotton, I guess, with quite a bit of stretch. And it says Bark Wolf Pow. It's got stars. Background is gray, has red, white, yellow, light blue, white. Anyway, it's nice. It's a Doodles. It's a Doodles fabric made exclusively for Joann Fabrics. So I'm going to see if he wants pajama pants out of that. The flannel fabric for the pajama pants is not fire retardant. I don't even know if you can find fire retardant fabric. I'm sure you could. I didn't look for it. All right. The other thing that I was going to show you is things are opening up here in North Carolina. As a matter of fact, thank goodness I have a hair appointment on Tuesday for cut and color, and I'm very happy about that. I got an email from one of the shops that I sell things in, and she asked me if I could make some masks. And I told her that I had been making masks and I would be happy to make masks to sell in the shop. And she asked me what kind I made, and I told her that the best mask that I have found was the mask that has the, it has a pleat, or a, yeah, I guess, a pleat here, a pleat at the chin, and then the 1/8 inch elastic to go around the ears. I found that to be the best. It seems to fit any adult that has tried it on. I haven't had any complaints. I've not sold any of these. I have given them away. Initially, I was going to sell them, and when people started asking me how much they owed me, I would just tell them nothing. So anyway, and you know, to be fair, I have used my time and my elastic. The fabric I've used has been thrifted fabric, stuff that I had on hand. I haven't gone out and bought any fabric specifically to make masks. But anyway, what she asked me is also that the workers would like to wear masks, and she asked if I could design the logo, digitize the logo to put on the mask. And so I set about doing that the other day and came up with a logo, and this is what they use. What they use also is a paintbrush coming down here, and then it has the name of the shop on it. Well, that's way too much to do for a small design, especially most embroiderers charge by the stitch, and they also will add on for color changes. So already with this little painter's palette here, there's the background of the palette, the tan color, and then there's white, blue, green, yellow, red, and black. So each one of those is a color change. It's very time consuming to change your thread out. So to add more to the design, it's just not really worthwhile. And I think I gave her a price of $5 if she wanted to buy some, or if the staff wanted to buy some. I don't even know if she'll like this. It's very, very plain. So the mask, you know, looks like this, with this being the center here. So, and the inside is just a very lightweight, light blue, and this is white. So we'll see what she says about that. I think more people are going to be wearing masks. I went to, I don't know if I said this in my last video, but I took the boys to a thrift store last week in Virginia, and I had a mask for myself. And as I approached with the boys, one of the workers said that the boys had to have a mask also, which is, it's a little bit unusual for kids to wear a mask. But it was fine. I had another mask for an adult that I improvised on one of the boys, and the other boy wore a handkerchief that I happened to have. So we were able to go in. Today, when we are out and about, I'll make sure that they have masks for themselves that are meant for them. So I think that's it. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm feeling a lot better and much more motivated to sew. I think just overall my mood is better because I know things are opening up, and it just psychologically makes me feel a whole lot better. So you guys take care. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.